This is Benny. He lives in Bubbly Town with his 3 best friends, Lulu, Coco, Milo and Pippa. And they're all part of the Bubbly Town Buddies. They play together every day, go on big adventures and have lots of fun. One day, Benny was feeling left out. The buddies were playing a game of sharks and minnows and Benny didn't want to play. "I don't feel like playing today," said Benny. "I feel grumpy." The buddies stopped their game and came over to see how Benny was doing. "You don't look well," said Lulu. "Let's play another time," suggested Pippa. But Benny shook his head. "I don't feel well at all. I think I need a nap," he said. "A nap? On the hammock?" asked Coco. "That sounds good," said Benny. So the buddies helped Benny lay down on the hammock. They tucked him in and soon he was fast asleep. When Benny woke up, he felt so much better. He yawned and stretched, then noticed that his friends were nowhere to be seen. He got off the hammock and went to find them. He looked around town, but they were nowhere to be found. He walked over to the treehouse and peeked inside. And there they were playing a board game. "Hey, guys," said Benny. "What are you doing?" "We were looking for you," said Milo. "We were worried about you. You were on the hammock sleeping for such a long time." "I know." "Sorry," said Benny. "I just needed a nap. It's so comfy in that hammock. I fell right asleep." "Oh, we were playing," said Pippa. "It's our turn now. Do you want to play with us?" she asked. But Benny shook his head. "Actually, I don't feel like playing right now. I feel a little dizzy and still kind of grumpy." The buddies were confused. This wasn't like Benny. Usually after a nap, he was full of energy and always wanted to play. "You sure you're okay, Benny?" asked Coco. "Yeah, I'm fine," said Benny. "Just not up for playing. I think I'll go to my treehouse now." But before he could take a step, his legs buckled and he fell to the ground with a thud. "Whoa!" exclaimed the buddies. "Are you sure you're okay?" asked Lulu. "Yeah, I'm fine," said Benny. But as soon as he tried to stand up again, he stumbled and fell right back down. The buddies knew that something wasn't right. They had never seen Benny like this. He couldn't even stand up. "I think we should go get some help," said Lulu. "Good idea, Lulu," said Coco. "We'll ask Mayor Fluffy Bottom. She'll know what to do." So the buddies raced over to the mayor's house. "Mayor Fluffy Bottom, come quickly," they cried. "We need your help. Benny's not feeling well." Mayor Fluffy Bottom put down her teacup and rushed over to Benny. She examined him from head to toe and said, "He's exhausted. He needs to rest." "But how can we help him?" asked Pippa. "I think it's clear what we need to do," said Mayor Fluffy Bottom. "Someone needs to stay with Benny and keep him company while he rests." "Who will do it?" All 4 buddies raised their paws. "Me, me, me, me," they shouted. "Well, that's very sweet of you," said Mayor Fluffy Bottom. "But someone has to stay with him the whole night. And that's quite a long time." The buddies looked at each other. Staying with Benny all night meant that none of them would get to play or have fun. And they didn't want to miss out on any adventures. "I'll do it," said Lulu. "No, I will," said Coco. "No, me," said Milo. "No, me," said Pippa. The buddies started arguing, and Benny didn't want them to fight over him. "Guys, please stop," he said. "I don't want you to miss out on any more fun because of me." "Don't be silly, Benny," said Lulu. Taking care of our friends is more important than playing games. Yeah, you're right, said Benny. So who's coming with me? Asked Lulu. The buddies were silent for a moment. No one wanted to miss out on the next adventure. Finally, Pippa spoke up. I'll stay with you tonight, Benny. Don't worry. Thanks, Pippa, said Benny. I won't be able to play or have any fun though, said Pippa. Oh, you will, said Benny. I promise we'll have an adventure. Just wait and see. After Mayor Fluffy Bottom left, Benny and Pippa were alone. I don't understand why I'm not allowed to play, said Pippa. Maybe it's for the best, said Benny. We'll have lots of time to talk and hang out. Just you and me. Okay, said Pippa. A few moments later, Benny felt a little dizzy again and lay back down on the ground. Pippa sat next to him and told him stories about her pet dragon, Sparkles. Soon, Benny was fast asleep. Pippa kept watch over Benny all night. She made sure he was comfortable and sang him songs when he had bad dreams. Before long, she started to feel sleepy herself, but she didn't want to fall asleep. She was worried that Benny might need something. Finally, the sun started to rise and Benny stirred. Oh, good, said Pippa. You're awake. How do you feel? She asked. Much better, thanks to you, said Benny. I wouldn't have made it without you last night. Me neither, said Pippa. The buddies were so happy to see each other. They raced back to town to tell the others about their night. As they were catching up, they heard a loud crash. What was that? Asked Coco. Probably just some Bandersnatch playing around, said Pippa. Come on, let's go check it out. As they approached the noise, they saw a small figure standing on top of a rock. Who's that? Whispered Benny. I think it's one of the Woozles, said Lulu. The Woozles were shy creatures that lived in the caves outside of town. They rarely ever left their homes, so no one knew much about them. Hey, Woozle, called out Pippa. Can we help you? The Woozle jumped and turned around. Oh, hi, he said. I didn't see you there. What happened? Asked Coco. I tripped and knocked over this rock, said the Woozle, pointing to the large rock that had fallen from the hill. I can't get it back up though, he added with a sigh. The buddies didn't hesitate. They all pitched in and helped the Woozle move the rock back into place. Thanks for your help, said the Woozle. It's really heavy. No problem, said Benny. Are you sure you're okay? The Woozle nodded. Yep, thanks to you, he said. And with that, he scurried off to his cave. Bye, Woozle, shouted the buddies. As the buddies were making their way home, they stopped by the treehouse to get some snacks. They were hungry after helping the Woozle, and they had an even bigger adventure planned. I'm so glad you stayed with me last night, Pippa, said Benny. Me too, said Pippa. I had a lot of fun. We should do it again sometime. Yeah, next time, said Benny. We'll bring along some star sandwiches and space juice and we'll have a picnic on the moon. That sounds like fun, said Pippa. The buddies finished their snacks and headed to the backyard. They were going to build a rocket ship and fly to the moon. The end.